Let's make sure the chat's working. Oh. Hello. Hello, Mod. Nice background chills snow. Thank you. Well, I didn't make it, but thank you for liking the background I chose. Is it not? Is the chat not working? Oh, it is. I just clearly wasn't looking over there when I was trying to select like the. I want the default map to be the one I'm actually working on, which is that one. But oh, it's because I wrote map. Hold on a minute. Let's make sure the chat's working. Oh. Jesus. I was like, hold on a minute. My dinner was so not feeling that I might order a takeaway, and I haven't had takeaway for a little bit because I've been on a pretty good diet. I've actually lost almost 3 stone for a little bit because oh my god. Oh wait, Mega Cool Man and Megapixel. Damn, you guys got it fast. Look at me on time for a stream, just in time to be ignored in this chat. Same. He doesn't love us enough. I was getting the chat up. Chill. God. Yeah, I've lost like 3 stone. I'm not feeling great because I still feel awful from all the things that are wrong with me at the moment. I say it like that because they can't seem to find anything wrong with me, so. That's a big bottle. Jesus Christ, look at all those. Hey, Funky Pants. Look at all those dog and hot dog memes. Hot dog memes? Hot dog images. I got a dog. Well, my parents got a dog today and I live with my parents. I assume that's why Moderate's put that, because he wants me to show it to chat. If you guys haven't seen in my pets chat, because everyone's probably got it muted, my brother got one as well. Both dogs from the same litter. They're Siberian Huskies. Look at them. They're downstairs right now. One of them scratched my face. You probably can't see it. There's a scratch going along all the way here. It's like a battle scar. Yeah, it doesn't really show up much in the camera. This one's my brother's. Says this one. And they're very, very cute. Because puppies are always cute. Based dog, exactly. Based hot dog. Oh yeah, I had hot dogs for dinner, and we got dogs today. Huh. I also got a bargain on eBay. I'll tell you, I don't know why I'll tell you guys this, but let's have a look. So, I've been buying a bunch of stuff on thingy as well, on Amazon, because I thought it's the best time to buy presents for people. And I bought myself a new... So I've got this one. But bought myself like the one where it's like the... What's it called? Shelba? I can't remember. But it's got like the wool or whatever on one side and then like the normal material on the other side. I'm pretty excited. I like... For those of you who aren't aware, I really like blankets. I was actually having a conversation recently with my friend Dom, who I work with. And I was talking about presents for Christmas. And I was like, my mum was saying I'm hard to buy for, which is bizarre to me because I feel like I'm one of the easiest people to buy gifts for. I like everything. You could buy me a knitting and sewing kit and I'd probably get it out and use it. Like, I have interest for almost anything. Got a Wacom Cintiq. You got one. I got a bug. Oh, right, as in you bought one. I thought you were talking about presents. Oh, that's pretty good. I don't know about Cintiqs because I always look at XP pens, like the one I got now, and you always get a bigger screen and like basically the same thing for like half the price. But that's a pretty good deal for 22-inch, actually, to be fair. Cintiq. I know that Cintiqs are better, right? It's just the fact that they're much more heavier on the price tag. I'm trying to think of a good example. I guess it's like certain foods, right? Like you'll buy a food for like a £5, the cheapo version, but it's pretty good still. But then you'll buy the £50 version, and it's not 10 times better, but it is significantly better. My cheapo one didn't work with it at all. With ZBrush, that's annoying. If I get eye scar, oh my god, yeah. If I got an eye scar, sorry. Dang, it's on the wrong eye. buy some pie with face. VeggieTales. What was I talking about? Oh, I was talking about bargain on eBay. Then I was talking about my thingy. The bargain on eBay. So, as you guys are probably well aware, I buy books at the moment. I'm really into buying books. I've only read probably about 15% of them. It's probably accurate. I'll get around to it. Books are going to just sit there so I can read them whenever I want, so I'm not too fussed with it. And there's one series I really like called Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, which there's also a movie of. And I actually I kind of ruined them a little because I bought them back in university and I didn't take good care of them. I don't think they're too bad, but they're definitely not great condition. I don't even know where they are. Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. And it's a really good comic. I really enjoyed it. And I found out the other day they have a hardback, fully color version. Because obviously comics are usually black and white. Well, most of the time. Full color, hardback. Like, hardcover. I always say hardback. And I was like, oh, I wonder if anyone's selling them on eBay. And I went to eBay and someone was selling volumes 1 and 2, because there's only 6, for only 5. Well, no, not selling, sorry. They had a starter bid for only £5. And I'll see if I can show you guys about revealing information on my account. I know most of you aren't interested in this. You just want to watch me do 3D work. So you guys are saying, sorry. Okay, cool. I thought, so, for those of you who don't bid a lot on eBay, I've only started doing it the last year. Usually when you get something for way under the price you should be paying, the person selling it will usually just cancel it the last second. Right? Which is a shame, and it's a little bit annoying, but because they should just put it up to the price that they want minimum for it and then let you bid, but they don't. They'll just cancel it if they don't get what they want. Little annoying. Whatever. This person didn't, and I only put down a £5, the base bid. Scott Pilgrim color hardcover. Here you go. So this is what I won for only a £5. Admittedly, there's $3.35 delivery, so it's actually $8.35. Also, I need to plug this in before my headset dies. So $8.35 for 2 of them. If you go to Amazon, and admittedly these are new, but they're also on offer, they're about 16 quid each, up to 17 quid. So 32 so is this 1 and 2? Yeah, 1 and 2. So if I bought both of these, what is the Scott Pilgrim Precious Little Life? Is that a different series? Or was that just for some reason? Oh, were they actually named differently on each one in a softback version? I can't remember. But yeah, it cost me about 32 quid, admittedly free delivery, but that's $8.35 to 32 just by getting them pre-owned. I was like I said, I didn't expect to win. Sometimes I'll just throw a bid down like, oh, it'd be funny if I won that. But I did. And I was like, oh, nice. So now I need 4 of the other books. Because there's 6 total. They can set a minimum amount now that isn't visible to bidders. I noticed that. I bid on something recently. And it was like, you've not reached the minimum amount. And I was like, what? It says minimum bid 5. I was like, no, you've not reached it's hidden to users. I was like, what do you mean it's hidden to users? But on a lot of them, like if you go on eBay, things will have a minimum that is visible to users anyway. I don't get the hidden one because they've always had, like, let's go, I don't know, steering wheel. Oh, I mean like a video game one, but does this show any of my information? It does not. That's cool. And if you look at them, if you go auction, one, here you go. Look, that's the minimum you have to put down on your first bid. So if I were to submit bid, I would at minimum have to put down his £15. So just set it to what you want. Like, yeah, it's been like that pretty much since day 0. It's just weird to me, man. Like, just put it down to what you want. Or put it up to what you want. Let's get this sorted. So I want the map to be the right map. And there should be, it's called Maps a Psych, right? My screen is so dirty. My screen gets dirty so fast. Mostly dust. Can't reach. It feels weird not being able to reach something in my room after being in that tiny, tiny room. There's like nothing in here. Let's see if I can get any out. Oh god, it's not absorbing it. Oh I got it leaked everywhere. What the heck? There you go. Absorbing? Yeah, absorbing. Cleaning class with Steve. You put it on, you get it to spill all over yourself. It looks like I wet myself now. And then you wipe your screen with what was left on the actual lint-free cloth. Very important. Yeah, know how annoying it is to clean a monitor with a not lint-free cloth? Freaking, it's well annoying. Do you guys ever well, I hope you do, dry up after yourself when you've washed stuff after dinner, right? And if you've got like a new towel, because I really like old towels. I used to work in a kitchen as a porter, like I used to wash and dry up. If you've got like a new towel, the fluff goes everywhere. I'm like, why have they made it like this? But if you get an old towel, like a year old that's been used, all the fluff is basically gone and you're just left with a good towel. And when you dry something, it doesn't leave fluff all over it. I know it's a weird issue, but... Cool, yeah, I read that. Well, they put their minimum bid too high, then they won't get a lot of bidders. Yeah, but if you want a certain amount of money, like, oh, by default, I want at least 20 quid, then just set it to 20 quid. I get what you mean, but if that's what you want, and you're going to cancel it anyway if you don't reach it, then just set it at 20. This way they could... what kind of towel are you using for your kitchen? I just like kitchen towels. Like if you go into like Sainsbury's, Tesco's, wherever, and you get kitchen towels, look, you'll see that they got tons. Oh, even on Amazon. Look, see, they're not too bad, but like these, terrible, because it gets lint everywhere the first like couple of months you use it. But they're literally kitchen towels. Dish towel. This is a terrible... This will leave lint, I can assure you, just by looking at it. Someone who's worked in the kitchen. And then you've got... These ones will probably leave... These would really... That's not a kitchen towel. That's a kitchen... That is not. That is for cleaning up spills. That's not a dish towel. That would leave... That would barely dry anything. $4.7. There's no way. A tea towel. Oh yeah, tea towel. That's the nickname, isn't it? Like these look good. This is like the ideal towel, in my opinion, for drying things up because it's like a single. It's like a. When you write fabric in Substance Painter, what are they? It's like, what does it say? This cotton? Yeah, I guess it's just cotton. Just a generic cotton one, no fluff. Like perfect. Stick them in the washing machine before you use them. We do. Like, it takes a while for them to stop leaving fluff. And cheap ones because it's a kitchen towel? Wait, what? And cheap ones because it's... As in, you're telling me I should get cheap ones, or you're telling me I do get cheap ones? Cheap kitchen towels are the best. If we're actually talking about cheap. Usually the cheapy ones are the ones that don't leave fluff. But yeah, that's just a problem I've had with towels before in the past. I remember when my work basically threw away a whole batch of new towels just because they were sort of fluff ones. And we were like, this is leaving fluff everywhere. I get cheap ones. Yeah, the cheap ones are way better. I don't say that with a lot of things, but the cheap ones are way better. Right. I've not done any work yet. I actually have to look after my dog at like 1 o'clock in the morning because my parents are going somewhere. So I'm probably going to put its bed in here. Hopefully it doesn't pee and poo anywhere. And look after it for an hour, hopefully. Am I crazy? There used to be... I swear it was in level editor. Maps and levels. Appearance... I just want to change the default level that loads up. Because it'd be more convenient because if I accidentally start working in this one. Because this is just third person example map. Map? Automatic test map. I don't even know what that means. UE5 maps and levels. No. Am I dumb? Do you guys see maps and levels and I'm just being blind? Oh, does this turn again? Wait, I thought I could... Am I crazy? Oh, I guess I can go like that. I thought I could turn that way. It's fine. All settings, appearance, audio... Is it alphabetized? Yeah? So it'd be here, and it's not. Loading and saving? No. Miscellaneous play, viewport, content editor. Wait, that's not alphabetized. Oh, no, it is. Level, sequences. Man, I'm so confused. I just want to change the map. Startup? I swear it's called startup. It's like startup map. Startup. Load level at startup. Can I not select one? What is going on? Have they really changed this? I have to load up a UE4 one just to check. This is driving me mental though, because I swear it wasn't like this, right? In UE4. Have I got a UE4 document I've been using that I could open quickly? I got a work document. Hopefully it doesn't load up on the monitor you guys are watching, so I'm not supposed to show you it. If it does, I'll prepare hiding. Oh, I'll just hide the background for a second. There was drops of something on this monitor. For those of you who don't know, I have two monitors quite far away from me, top left, top right. Like, if I sit here and like my whole hand, if I reach my hand out from here, I could just touch it with my middle finger. The right monitor, I can't even touch with my right arm. There's gunk at the top of my right monitor, like I've hit it with water. And I'm like, how did I like spit without realizing, like really hard? I know I'm kind of just talking nonsense right now. I've got a lot on my mind. Is this loading? You know, one thing I will actually recommend to anyone who wants to swap over to wireless, I like the wireless headphones, and I do like just walking around my room, but they have terrible charge. The max I've ever got is basically kind of like a full day, but not even that, which, admittedly, I'm on my computer for about 16 hours a day, so 16 hours for a headphone probably isn't that bad. I'm just on it a lot. But one thing I do recommend is a mouse. Not having a wire to pull it or anything. Like, I can move this wherever I want. I'm not encumbered at all. And it has perfect, like, I can't feel any latency. I recommend a wireless mouse, I have to say. It's one of the biggest upgrades I think I've made the last couple of years. And I know a lot of people say, oh, but wireless mice, but... If you watch like a lot of people's videos, it's actually, especially with their new technology they have, because they don't use Bluetooth, they have their own ones. Corsair has their own one. Is it called Lightwave? It's probably a type of Bluetooth, I'm not sure, but I can't see. Does it actually not say? It has its own Bluetooth, and then Logitech has their own one as well, and it's just super fast. I cannot feel an input delay, and I'm a very big gamer, you know, fat. My mouse lasts a full year on AA batteries. I stand by this mouse. Don't care what anyone says. It's actually great. Which mouse is that? As long as the mouse is a comfortable grip, that's the main thing I care about. And most of the time, the ergonomic design, because you've got asymmetrical, then you got ergonomic, whatever it's called, where basically it bends to one side and it makes it so your hand rests over. You get all your fingers on that side, you get your thumb resting on this little groove here. That's the Logitech M220. Logitech M220. Oh, see, that's the symmetrical one. I don't like symmetrical mice. I actually gave my mum a symmetrical mouse. Both my parents use not even old mice. I bought kind of cheapish mice. One of them was the G305. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the G305. This one. And I didn't realize... Well, I think I did realize it was symmetrical. I didn't realize I wouldn't like symmetrical. Maps and modes, I don't remember That's how it works. Yeah, right. It was maps and modes. It's small, which you think... Oh, disappeared from my screen. I should definitely leave that longer. It's actually better. Oh, no, see, I like my hand to take up the whole thing. And I've got biggish hands anyway. Like, my hand can cover the whole thing quite easily. So it's not huge, but to some people this is. I've just got kind of biggish hands. I've got a big head too, so it's actually not that great of a comparison. I have to admit, when I stand next to some people who have a very average or even small head, I'm like, oh my god, my head is huge. It's for all that extra brain storage. Yeah, symmetrical mice, I'm not a big fan of, apparently. I just don't find it comfortable. And maybe it's because I'm used to this type of mouse, but I have to vouch for the Harpoon. I went through 4 different mice when I picked this up. This is the Corsair Harpoon. It's the cheapest wireless built-in battery one I think you can get from Corsair. It's got a very high pull-off distance, I don't know what it's called. So when you've got it off a surface, you'll be surprised that it can still pick it up. I can't really demonstrate, it's quite hard. And that was kind of annoying. And the reason that's annoying is because when you're playing a game and you're moving it to one side and you pull it off and you pull it back, when I pull it off and put it back, I kept like making it so my mouse was still registering, right? A Death Adder was probably my favorite mouse, full stop. I love the Death Adder. But it broke twice in the exact same spot. The build quality of Corsair, Razer have been garbage for me. Every Razer product I have bought has broken, and always in a terrible way. The headset I had, I think, 3 of the Razer Kraken. They did replace it for free, admittedly. I think only the first time. Brain storage, hot air. Thank you, Megapixel. Because someone told me, they was like, you broke it though, because you do this. And I was like, because I put it off my head. What do you want me to do? Just slide it? Like, a headset's designed to be pulled off and taken off. I didn't freaking flex it all the way up here, you know. Let's move you guys over to the other side. I keep talking to... I know I'm still black screen at the moment. I just want to check levels. I could turn it on, actually. We could close that. Yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, and the Razer headset broke. It snapped right here. You can't really snap it on this one because the way it's built, it's metal as well. It's great. To be fair, this is a much more expensive headset. I think it was £150 down to like £80 or something. It basically snapped. I guess the equivalent would be about here. The same spot all 3 times. Terrible build quality. I could not recommend Razer to anybody. Same with the mouse. The mouse broke right here twice. I only had 2 of them. Favorite mouse broke in the same spot twice. Oh, actually, no, that's a lie. I only broke once there, but they both stopped functioning on the wheel. The wheel stopped registering. Both of them. I wouldn't mind if only one of them did it, but if you get the consistency of something breaking the exact same way, it means it's just a bad build. Quite frankly. What's the good free texture site? Textures.com. It used to be called CG Textures. Make sure, I think it says on their licensing, you basically can use it for anything. I think there's 1 or 2 exceptions, but I'm pretty sure it says you can use it for anything. And I think it may be a point system. I think you can only download so many a month for free, and then you can upgrade your account to download more. Edit preference. Oh, that's for the other thing. I can't see it in here either. Wait. Global keyboard, live, loading and saving, miscellaneous performance, region, source, tutorial, VR, miscellaneous play credentials, viewport, animation editor, blueprint editor, content editor. A lot of editors. Niagara editor, skeletal editor, sprite editor. It's not? Hold on a minute. I think I'm going crazy. Oh, you know what? It's project settings. I'm in the wrong place. Right? Maps and modes. I went freaking preference instead of... That took me how long? I actually explained this to my boss. I'm like, Matt, sometimes it'll be a simple task and you just can't figure it out. Admittedly, if you're at work, something I always say, ask someone. Go and ask somebody how to do something. Don't try to figure it out yourself if you can't figure it out. I've gotten those two mixed up. I don't know why I thought it was that way around. I think that's the first time I've ever got it mixed up. It's very strange for me. Is there not a better one now, though? I'm pretty sure that's the one I used a couple of weeks ago and all the textures worked. And I could only download one a day. Oh, really? Have they really become that strict? You've got Polygon, which is Poliigon, which isn't free, I don't think. Just go to Megascan if you're looking for stuff. As long as you're using an Epic, Megascan in Epic, you just log in with your Epic account and you get to use Megascan textures. That's probably the best. It's free, right? Megascan, so... so I want to go over there. Oh, wait. Sorry, Megapixel. I didn't read what you said. I'm a Razer fanboy and I agree. They're built to die, but I still buy. The thing is they're quite nice. I've never had a problem with the actual feel for them and how they actually work. I liked my Kraken headset. I liked my Death Adder mouse. All 5 of them. Well, 3 mouse and 2 headsets, despite them breaking. Did I have a Razer keyboard at some point? I don't think I did. But I've liked Razer stuff. It's just the fact that they break in the same way, and that shouldn't happen with a product. They shouldn't break in the same way. If something breaks in different ways, that's at least better, because it means the build quality isn't built... Well, it's not built to break. It's just got weak parts to it. But Corsair Harpoon, 100% recommend. It's great. I can't stress how good for how cheap it is. That's just a fantastic mouse. Now, I think I got it on offer, but I think it's always on offer. Like, it'll be on offer right now, right? Just because... Corsair Harpoon. Wireless. Yeah, $36.99. Now, that's not the cheapest. That's more like a budget mouse rather than a cheap mouse. But for a budget mouse, excellent. I wonder what the reviews are like. 4.5. Yeah, I'd give it. I'd give it a 4. So, well, actually, you know what? I'd give it a 4.5. So, that's a perfect score. I wonder if the 1 stars. I like looking at 1 stars because they're always really stupid. It'd be like, I got it 1 day late, 1 star. I'm like, but you're not... Like, yeah, I guess you're lowering the rating of your service, but you should be rating the mouse. How's the mouse? Doesn't matter. I'm looking like I'm peeking. Doesn't matter. I got it a day late. I'm like, here you go. Poorly supported product. The Harpoon Pro RGB could be a fantastic mouse. Good balance between weight and size with customizable DPI and polling. See, I'm not a customizable polling. Wait, what's it called? DPI kind of guy. I keep it up setting I like, and I just use that. And I used to play a lot of shooters, and I've used this to play games like Apex and stuff. So, like Counter-Strike. So, and I'm decent at those games. Sadly, of course, I have failed with the product, not from a hardware perspective, but even more important, supporting customer care. If you buy this mouse and you are under the illusion that updating the firmware and software is the first task to be performed, you are mistaken. Updating the firmware cripples the mouse. I never had that. If you have the default polling rate set to 1000, you will encounter the common problem of the mouse right click being received as a double click. What does a double click look like on right click? I don't think so. Okay, so he had a faulty mouse, I guess. So I guess it's a warranted 1 star. After having this mouse 10 months, it stopped working as the most malfunctioned. It stopped working as the mouse malfunctioned. Oh, sorry, there you go. I got to Corsair after many emails. I was finally informed that I would have to pay for it to be shipped back to them before a replacement could be filed. My product is faulty. I do not expect to pay for a return. So you give it a 1 star. Not even a 2 star. Because what if the mouse is still really good? Like, my Death Adder mice, I think, lasted about a year before breaking. But I still wouldn't give them a 1 star. Fails too soon. Mine's fine. These are, I guess, fair. But 1 star, I think, is a bit harsh. I think people forget you can rate. But I've said this in the past. Especially... it's like when some people were rating my company on Glassdoor. Some people have rated my company 1 star. I don't care how much you may have hated working here. 1 star. 1 star's working at a McDonald's and being forced to do all the crappy jobs, but still being paid the lowest wage there. That's a 1 star situation. How do you get to mega textures? It's just called mega scans. Is that the URL takes you to a... I didn't even know there was a place called Mega Textures. Oh, brilliant. Mine doesn't even take me there. Oh, there you go. Here you go. We're here. Brick. Surface. Brick. That one. Sign in's download. Oh, the problem is they'll be imported. Oh. No, you can download them separately, right? They won't download as just a UE4 file. I haven't downloaded the Megascan in a little bit. I've downloaded assets which come with the textures. That comes as textures, right? Not as a UE4 file. Oh, UE5 file. Yeah, albedo and stuff. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. You get the little preview. Looks very neat. Whoa. Oh, I thought it was going to be high quality then, I'll be honest. And then you get textures, which have terrible names. Oh, is that it? Oh, whoa, it's a half texture. Interesting. Yeah, and that should work really well when you put it into a piece of software. So I can't use them in a trim sheet. Oh, you do get the file. Nice. Yeah. Sorry, I had to check myself because I couldn't remember. Yeah, it's brilliant. I love Mixan. Well, especially because they became free. Freaking Unreal was the real MVP. Honestly, epic games, man. Like... Oh, and you get the... Yeah. Like, they've probably done a lot of garbage stuff, I'm not sure. But when it comes to providing people with free content to make things, Epic have been phenomenal. You can't put them down. See, I don't know much about Tim Sweeney. When I read up on him, he seemed alright. I didn't deep dive into anything he may have done that I didn't agree with. But, yeah. One of my billionaire friends. Is he a billionaire? Tim Sweeney. Ooh, 7.6. And in that picture, he was wearing a Fortnite shirt. I didn't show it on my screen. Because I would never let you guys see Fortnite stuff on my stream. So I think we would need a light out here as well, right? Now, I don't want to keep reusing the same lantern. I think what I want to do is go into my other scene now with my... oh, I already went in it, didn't I? My flying boat scene and start exploring over other stuff. I've got other lanterns. So we might do that. I mean, admittedly, what I could also do... This scene is just for fun at the moment, by the way. Until I really decide what I want to do. Because I still want to work on The Simpsons too. For those of you who might be going, where's The Simpsons? I still want to work on The Simpsons. Don't you worry. I just... One, I want to start feeling better again. And two, it's just in a situation right now, because I've swapped back to an old a card that doesn't support ray tracing, that it's a little bit awkward to work on right now. So I'm trying to think of a workaround that I think will work for all of us. And we'll see how that pans out for the future. I do want to ask a nice question. I do want to ask an interesting question, though. What is being your favorite guy's purchase of something you were paying cheap money for that you were incredibly surprised of its quality? My one example would be the Steam Deck. No, I'm joking. I don't know. I don't think this brand exists anymore on Amazon, but it was called the M-PAL. M-PAL. I don't know if that's backwards for you guys. And these I've had for 3 years now. A little bit of earwax in it. And they're brilliant. They've got touch. They were only like a tenner or something. They've got touch, like you touch it instead of pressing a button, which I prefer because I sleep with my head. I know a lot of you are going to say you should sleep with earphones in. Because of my problems right now, and I used to sleep next to someone who made noise that kept me up, I needed something in my ear to fall asleep. Yes, I could have used earbuds, but having some sort of noise helped me relax. So sometimes I just put on rain audio, for example. And these are quite comfortable in my ear when trying to sleep. They're not the most comfortable, but they're almost the most comfortable. Like, they're not far off. But this, I consider this the product. These little earbuds. And because I like it when they don't have the bit that comes down that's attached to them, because when you lean on that, it's not quite comfortable either. And these, I definitely say, are the best purchase of a cheap thing I've ever bought. Ever? I mean, I've bought some stuff cheap because someone was selling it cheap, so I'm not going to count that. One thing I'm worried about my Steam Deck, so I've not touched this pretty much since I charged it up. Let's check it, and it's been, I think, sitting on my side for about 3 days not being used. And its battery is down to 83%. It's lost 7, actually, that might only be 2 days. It's lost 17% battery. That's not great, in my opinion. And it's not even on. It doesn't download in the background either when it's like in standby. That worries me a little bit. But when I looked up online, everyone else has been having that. But my Switch lasts longer than that when not being used. My phone lasts longer. My PS Vita lasts longer. No, I don't mind that it might only last an hour and a half when playing an intensive game on it. But that's because I'm using it. I'm just not impressed very much by the Steam Deck standby battery life. See, mine's not... Sorry, I just read that. Mine's definitely not 3%. I think I read 10%. Did I not? Steam Deck battery drain on standby. 6 to 8% per 24 hours. Oh, but it used to be 11%. So it used to only last basically 9 days on standby. So mine, after basically 3 days of not using, I think it may be 3, was down 16%. So that's actually about the average, because it says up to 8% every 24 hours. If it was 2 days, that's still 16%, 8 times 2. True, I should just turn it off. Something I don't like is, why doesn't it download things when the screen's off? Why? Like, I've never seen a device go into standby and not continue downloading. Unless there's an option, maybe there is. But it's like, look, I'd be trying to download Devil May Cry for a little bit. But I don't want to sit it on the side with the screen on to download it. It doesn't feel right. Valve have had so many complaints about that. Oh, okay, so it isn't something I'm missing. I think we spoke about it before. It's weird. Like, that's such a, I don't know, misstep in my opinion. Like, that's something that you expect from every device. I've never known a device to not download when the screen's off. Honestly, I can't think of one. Maybe your computer, but I guess you can... Oh, no. No, your computer goes into standby and turns off the monitors all the time. What am I talking about? Yeah, nothing does that. We've put in one thing so far on the stream. I'm only streaming a short stream today as well, because I'm gonna go look after my dogs. I'm gonna go spend time with the dogs, because you got to spend as much time early on with them so they get used to your smell and everything. That's not true. Well, that might be true. I don't know. But I just want to spend time with the dogs, and I've been busy today, so I want a bit of a relaxed time. So I want to quickly get a fence in here. To do that, I'm actually going to get a master spline over that I may have in here. Oh, yeah, I do. Spline chain, spline rope. Oh, do I not have the master spline in here? Gonna export it over from a different project. There's a spline I have that my mate basically made, but I've edited it and put it into another project that basically lets you drag it in. You can just attach whatever you want to it. Oh, actually, I made an even better alteration one where you can change every other. You can like pattern it out, but I don't need that right now. We're fine. I'm going to leave the display on my Steam Deck. I want to download Devil May Cry, man. I bought Devil May Cry 1 to 3, like the HD collection, and I bought Devil May Cry 4, and I already had Devil May Cry 5 and haven't played it yet. I've played Devil May Cry 1 to 4. I might skip 2. 2 wasn't very good. I'm debating it. But I want to play them. I really do. Especially on the Steam Deck. I think it'd be really fun. Isn't it weird that we prefer to do different things with different devices because it feels more entertaining? I've watched a lot more shows recently because I have a 55-inch TV behind me, and it's much more comfortable, and I enjoy a lot more when I'm laying in bed and watching telly. When I'm at my computer, I prefer watching YouTube, and I prefer playing video games, obviously, or certain games like FPSs. When I'm on my Steam Deck, I prefer platformers. I prefer old games. My phone, I watch YouTube, but I don't like watching movies and stuff on it because it just doesn't, I don't know, I'm not a fan of watching stuff like that on a small device. So I think it's very interesting how different, like, devices you prefer doing different things on. It's like reading. I much prefer reading an actual book than reading it on a digital screen. The Kindle screen is more interesting, and I like that. Pretty cool preferences. Thank you. I assume everyone has these preferences, right? I'm not like a weirdo because I have different preferences to what I like doing. It's like laptops. I hate production on a laptop. Now, I know Moderate likes it, but I like being on a workstation type environment. You can obviously put your laptop on a desk and never move it and use it like a workstation. But at that point, you're just losing performance for cost. Because obviously you can get a much better PC for the same price you can get for a $1,000 laptop versus a $1,000 PC. There's usually quite a significant difference, and even more so if you build the PC yourself. You can't really build a laptop. But even if I had a laptop instead of this monitor here, and then these two connected up to it, I'd still feel less comfortable using that over using a proper PC. Just because it's my preference, it's what I enjoy more. And everyone can have their own preference, obviously, if you prefer using a laptop. Because for some reason that does feel better for you to work on versus a desktop, then that's up to you. Oh, actually, I already have one there. Or did that one just get dragged in? Oh, I think it just got dragged in. Nice. So I don't know if I want to keep the water wheel. I don't think it's needed. It was a part of a puzzle. But I've deleted the puzzle out. Looks better because, like, I don't know, with it being bright over the light up there, I kind of like the look of that. I'm not sure about the foam. Oh, why's the foam so light when I do that? Turn it to 8 on here. 6. About there. Believe it or not, apparently this foam is this color. I've got it set to, like, the lowest color. Like, it's 0.006, but it almost looks white. I was actually making a... Well, I have made a better waterfall somewhere, but I never say... I did save the project, I just don't know where it is. I should find that one. The way that one works... So this one works is there's a layer on top, and it cuts it out. But the problem with that is you get some of these annoying artifacts where you can see it's trying to cut because it's doing a round. It's either doing a round floor or seal. I can't remember. And it's like you kind of see where it's cutting it, where it's gone to a certain level and it's basically making a cut. The other way I did it was I made it so that the foam was underneath inside the water and it bumped out, so it came out of it. And I think that looked better, but I haven't got that at the moment. And when I tried to redo it not long ago, I couldn't replicate it, even though I had done it once before. We probably want like little bits over here too. So we're just world building at the moment, essentially. So anything I can see in the distance, I think we'll have some of these down here as well. We need a splash effect. That one. Why is it like glowing? Ah, that's so weird. Turn down the intensity of the splash quite significantly, obviously. We'll go 0.006. Oh, is it because it's actually got an emissive? I think so. Yeah, it's unlit. Right, that makes a little bit more sense. Circle radius, edge subtraction, wave height. That is not changing height whatsoever. Oh, it's because it's tessellated and they've removed tessellation. Fine, we'll plug it into one position offset instead and hope it works. Oh. Yeah, I need to reset the settings I did there. Yeah, that works. That's fine. It's actually working way better than I thought it was going to. Keep it in the water. Cool. And then it will disappear at a certain distance usually. Is there two there? Oh. Oh, there was one already there. It was just not having a bump effect because I needed to change the material. There you go. That needs to match this kind of foam color, so I should actually turn that down. What I will do is I'll turn it to lit and see what it looks like. We'll get lit, bro. That looks fine. I actually have a better water now as well that I need to really start implementing onto things. I need to upload it. Because I wanted to do like loads of stuff with it, but I've just not found the time. And I think I should just upload it with the quality it is now and be like, oh, update 1.1. And then keep updating it till I get to 1.2. But right now I'm kind of determined to only go, oh, let's only do 1.2, which I don't think is a good idea. So I need to turn this off of emissive color and only have it in base color. Let's see what that looks like. Now that should look almost black. Yes, that's exactly what I wanted it to look like. There you go. So now it's got a physical effect to it. That looks neat. That's pretty neat, especially with the light on it. I actually really like that. It's not the matching color of this though, which is interesting. I guess it's because of the surface. So we need to do a similar thing in here. Turn that to default lit. Oh yeah, so you see that flickering? You need to turn the bounds up. I don't know. I can't be bothered to remember how high. But basically, this needs to be a high enough bound that you'll actually sort of see it. So that's made this. Oh, they're the same material technically. Let's turn this up. Oh, no. That is still colored in. That's fine. So we want something like that. There you go. Okay. That looks pretty good. So we want to get the spline over. I think it's called master. Oh, there it is. Master spline. Migrate. Yes. We want to migrate over not to my desktop. Guardian. Content. Select folder. Uh-oh. I just don't want it to break anything well. Yeah. I'll wait till this autosave's done. And then no to everything. Migration successful. Master. Master spline. I should be able to drag that in now. Jeez, is my map really tiny? No, because you were pretty decent size, right? I didn't have to scale you too much. Interesting. So if we go fence, and all I got to do, because I've already got this clicked, I should be able to just drag it in as an override. Oh, right, the blueprints. I can't drag in a blueprint, so instead we'll do this. We'll right-click that, and we'll say... Can I not convert? Wait, what's this fence? Oh my god, that is the old fence. Very, very old. Yeah, this fence is significantly better. So we'll say... Yeah. Going to here. Hopefully I can grab this. So it's basically the same thing but duplicated, right? Look. Hopefully I can grab those, right? Can I not right click them in here? I can't. Can I grab them? Copy. Paste them in here? No, I can't. Really? Oh. What if I... So if I were to select both, was there not a... Did they moved converting, right? Convert static mesh. Is that why I can't see it? Because I found it. Bring in a default cube. Oh, good point. I mean... Default cube's 3 foot, right? So it is quite... Some of the stuff, in fact, isn't too small. It's too big. Because this house is 6 foot, 9 foot, 12 foot. It's not actually too bad. The door, it would make the door like a big door, but I kind of, when I originally designed the door, it was supposed to be like a big door. Yeah. Like a 7 to 8 foot door. It's pretty accurate. Why did that come in like that then? That's interesting. So what I essentially do here is you do this. You grab it. So this is like a combined one, obviously. And then, yeah, it just works like a spline, right? But we want to use a better mesh. Now, I can't remember if it's because they moved it or because it's a blueprint I can't combine as mesh. If I do it in here, in a different... I've got UE4 open in the other monitor. If we were to get 2, let's select them and right-click. Convert actor to static mesh. Okay. So they've got no actor here, but they've got actor here. Merge actor. Merge. SM underscore single fence. Oh, content. We'll just save it in content for now. Cool. So now should be a single fence. Brilliant. Now I should be able to select this. It'll be really stretched now, yeah. Oh, interesting. Ah. Wait, what? It's offset? Oh my god. Did I rotate it a second ago? Did I rotate him? No. Is he just resetting the blueprint? Someone at serving us. Now, I'm not trying to make fun of the guy, but when he served us, like, right then, all right, I'm gonna quickly go get this. Like, whenever he finished these sentences with his last word, and I don't know why, I was like, all right, I'll get that for you right now, sir. So I was sort of sitting there like, and then he would walk off and start coughing, so maybe he just had a bad throat. I was just like, Oh, was that the combined mesh over there? Yeah. Oh, Jesus, hello. Are they combined then? Or did I keep them separate? I kept them separate. Okay, pull you in. So not only do I need to pull you in, I need to go into the blueprint and actually align you correctly. Can I just go 0, 0, 0? Interesting. Not quite what I want. 0, 0. It's going to go back there. Yes, I thought so. Okay, so it's instead select it. Select it. Ah, you got to be kidding me. Group? Can I group them? Can I select the root? Where's the root? They don't seem to be sharing a root. What if I grab this, and grab it to that, and then move this? Haha! Perfect. And now I thought I was actually grabbing it to this one, so that was kind of a mistake. Can I undo that? This. Yes. You to you. Cool. Now I should be able to move that, and it should scale from there. Brilliant. Have you ever used the mouse origin tool in Engine? I don't know if it still works. On UE5 though, I thought holding command and click on the arrow. Yeah, it should do. So I don't think it's I think it's 2 buttons, isn't it? Or is it Alt? You drag it in. If you hold Alt and middle mouse click, and then you'll get a new origin point, and then you can right click and go pivot and set pivot, and it makes it so every time you click back on it, you'll have that pivot set. You ever seen that GIF where it's like, whoa, whoa. Okay. Oh, why does it look so weird in here now? So where's center of grid? Can I move you to the center? Oh, brilliant. Nice. So now you're to the center. Let's go 0. Probably don't need to 0 that out because we want it to touch the floor from there. But then I need to make it... I need to eyeball it, I guess. Has it got a... Oh, it's already rotated. What about minus 90? Perfect. Just like moderate. Alright. Nice. That's what I'm looking for. Okay, so I don't know if I need to rotate this 90 degrees. Wow, mind blown. So if I drag this in now, and then we go actor. Why did they move it? I never get why software moves, why software developers move anything like this. Right? Am I crazy? Someone's got fence or spline. Like, I'm like, there's no need. I can't help but feel like there's no need. Ooh, sheesh. Yeah, it is that to 32 scale, to be fair. 1. Okay, so it is the wrong scale. What's funny about this is now if you pull that... Now, I actually think there is a way in here. Yeah, look, set axes. Why? See? Not quite what I'm looking for. Wait, what's not cool? Didn't I compliment you? What did I say? I said it's perfect, just like moderate. Did I not? Fence. We'll do it one more time. From the top. We'll click it. We'll set it to... Wait, which is the one that combined to that one? We'll set it to a 0 rotation. He's apparently in the center of the grid. And we'll compile that. We'll drag that in. We'll actor. This is a lot of effort. I could have just made it separately at this point. And someone score fence 4. Spline. Spline. Grab. I don't know why it defaults at 32. Let me actually look at the blueprint. I want to find out why. Hold on a minute. Where's all the stuff in the blueprint? That one? Huh? Well, I don't know. Okay, I'm just going to pretend like I didn't see that. We'll put that in. Oh, it needs to be stretched out a little. Well, you shouldn't stretch it. You should grab the spline point now. And then when you want to make a new spline piece, it should just have a fence. Perfect. That's exactly what I want. Now, one cool thing that some of you may not know is you might know this. This is nothing new. Splines have been around for a long time in a lot of engines. But if you right-click the spline point and you go spline generation panel, you then have all these tools. So if I want to do a nice arc, if I wanted it to come this way, branch to the right, I'll stretch it out till they look good. And if I want to go really fun, I'm like, oh, they're too stretched, I can start adding points. Like so. Problem is they look very duplicated. What I should do is I should basically mirror them. Yes, 100%. So that was a good first attempt. We've got it almost done. Go back to fence. In here. What I need to do is I need this. So at this point, I need this to basically be the same as this. So we look like... So the problem with modularity or with tiling something is when you tile anything, whether it's a model, like on a spline, or it's a texture, you need to remember one very important thing. It can't be too unique. If you have a texture, let's go like grass texture, for example. If you have a texture, so you want something like this. This is kind of cartoony, but there's no uniqueness here. It looks the same across the whole thing. However, if you were to grab something like this, look, you've got this patch here that's more yellow. This patch here is more yellow, and this more yellow here. If I write in seamless, I'll get probably a little bit better quality ones anyway. There you go. So this has uniqueness, but it's spread across the whole thing, so you probably won't get any issues. I want to find a good example that I can use that would not work as a seamless texture. I know I wrote the word seamless in, so probably I'll get all good ones. Let's get rid of seamless. But I still want... Because seamless just means it's a seamless transition between the edges, right? Because I remember someone arguing about me with this on my tutorial video, and I was like, no, when you want something seamless... Because you can't avoid things looking repetitive, usually on a very large surface. That's why you add stuff like foliage and other breakup things in the material. So let's use... it's not tiling. Tiling? Tileable? This is quite an important lesson, so I'd like to show you one that doesn't work very well. Don't seamless and bam, I got a non-seamless texture, but it was good. It was good the rest of the results. Was that the first one? The first one was a terrible one. Man, these are all pretty good. I think these are all tile really well. I want one that will be seamless. Okay, so I don't think this one will tile very well because it's got a lot of unique aspects to it. So we'll grab that one out, and we'll grab one that will work. I know that's kind of cartoony, but it looks like it will work as long as it is actually tiling. So it's coming to Unreal. I know I'm kind of lecturing you guys on something some of you may already know, but this is actually really important. New lesson. I just want someone to put it for now. Oh, there you go. So let's right click, create material for both of them. Go into both of them, and let's just tile the texture 10 times. Now, we'll actually just be able to see it in here, to be fair. I could just do this. So, as you can see, as it's tiling, there's actually kind of a bit here that you can kind of tell is tiling. Let's actually go 4x4. It's very shiny. Hold on a minute. It's very distracting. Wait, what is that? Is that a sun flare I'm getting a weird effect from? That's weird. So if we look closer here, you can't really see that it's tiling. It's actually pretty good. Like, you kind of got like this lighter line here. You kind of see that this part's tiling. But again, why has it got a weird lens flare? When you're doing it over a large surface, you'll add other iterations to it. Like an easy iteration that some people do is they'll do a duplicate of this. For example, multiply them together. Now that's going to look weird because of colors, right? It's not too bad. Multiply them together. Yeah, let's have this one so it doesn't tile, for example. And, okay, maybe I do need it so it tiles. That's at what, 3? So we'll just go like this, like this, like this, like this. And we'll go like a 3.5. Oops, that's not right. 3.5, 3.5. And it will give you kind of weird results. because you'll have like grass overlapping grass. But that's sort of a very quick, dirty way to kind of... Oh, you'll get a weird effect over here, apparently. Jesus. It's like a dirty way to quickly get it so it doesn't look as tiled. But you'll get other variations of grass overlaying. You'll get vertex painting to help it so it doesn't look like it's being repeated. And you'll also get foliage being plastered on top of it. A very good way to make it not look like it's tiling over and over again. Now, if you don't have a texture, if you have a texture that has unique assets to it, which you'd think is a better choice, but you look at this, you've got your brown bits, you got some rocky bits here, you got like a flower here, and here. Is that a flower as well? There's a lot of uniqueness to this. Now, I know that more realistic textures will be unique, but you can usually find some that don't look so unique. If I plug this now into Specular, plug this in, and we go 4 times on this as well, you can instantly... That's not my flare. Why is that flare there? Yeah, you can see this like much lighter spot here. That's clearly... I didn't even realize that part was going to cause an issue. What is that part here? Yeah, that's here. This part here, you can clearly see there's an issue of it tiling. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Well, 4 by 4. You can see that part's tiling versus our more seamless one, right? Is this set to 4? Yeah. And that will cause a problem. So it's same with meshes. I know I've gone all through this because I said about meshes. With our mesh, we had something that looked quite unique. The left pillar, the left pylon, post. The left post, even called post, SM _ post. The left post was taller and the right one was shorter. But that means when it's tiled, it's going to repeat that taller and shorter pattern, right? Oh. I can actually, I don't detach them now. There you go. Because they're all placed perfectly. We can always do a mirror on that. It's locked. Hold on a minute. It's not doing it quite yet. Like that. Cool. And that will already look better. You'll have this, though, where it's going like... It's going to be going constantly diagonal, diagonal, diagonal. I can... Whoops, just do a doubled up mesh instead. And basically do 1, 2, 1, 2, copy paste, pull this over, and we do a double one every time. Except on this one, we rotate this. That's a weird angle, isn't it? Rotate it like this. So that way, you've constantly got that pattern of it going like that as it comes along. Now, you can obviously tell that these are repeating, unfortunately. But we can do small changes to it to make it not look so bad. For example, we can invert it on the green axes. Like that. And already, we've got something that looks a little bit more unique. I can technically, because they've now got a middle points we're using too, I can technically make one of these a little bit bigger. But you'll see that now repeating, so maybe I won't do that. Oops. This is all things you have to think about when you're doing modularity. I never knew how to fix sections that look fuzzy far away. I looked to see if the settings are okay, but they are fine. Nothing would fix it. It's to do with mid mapping, because the reason they look fuzzy is because you're basically trying to load these pixels over each other, right? But because obviously when you're zoomed out, that's only taking up 100 pixels by 100 pixels on your monitor, even though it's a 1024 pixel by 1024 pixel, 1024. So when you're not using some good mid-mapping settings, it will try to render those on top of each other and it causes a fuzzy effect. At least I assume that's the fuzzy effect you're getting. So if you go into the mid-map settings for that texture and test other things, you might find one that works. I can never remember which one works the best or which one you should use, blah, 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 blah. I tended to start clicking through them until it looks good. Alright, so we've got that now. I'm going to do this. Starts from there, that's fine. My only worry is that this part here isn't going to look right every 2 now. Because it's going to, when it does the spline, it's basically perfectly matched. So I've tried to get these to perfectly align as well, almost. Yeah, look, it's like basically touching. Gives me that Mario loading screen thing where it blurs and fuzzes up. Oh! I get what you mean. Maybe that's because you have mid-mapping on then, and you want to turn it off. It might be applying the mid-mapping too early. I can't imagine it is. I've never heard of that being really a problem. Again, though, try out. So just look at mid-mapping settings if you don't know, just in case. I'll just click on a random thing. Well, that took a lot longer to get actually through this than I thought it would. So that's actually a nice texture. This doesn't come out that... It looks very Crash Bandicoot. It just doesn't look that nice when actually using it for some reason. I guess it's because it's just a seamless... It's just a tiling texture, isn't it? Yeah, that's probably why. So when you're tiling texture over anything, it doesn't usually look as good as manually texturing it. Yeah, so when you're in the texture, you go, sorry. If you go to mid-map generation... Try going through a bunch of these. No bin mapping will obviously turn it off and see if that fixes anything. I can't promise it will, but that's the first thing that comes to mind when I think about it. Let's close all that. Actor. Merge. I don't think I want to simplify. SM underscore bed sports blind double. Yeah. And... wait, where's the spline? Have I not got it in at the moment? It's down to one. How do you drag select? Wait. I don't know why. For some reason, the term drag select doesn't make any sense to me. What's drag select mean again? Drag select. Oh, right. I know what you mean. Yeah, mouse drag. Yeah. Sorry, I should have known what you meant. It's... God, what's the shortcut? Ooh. Oh, wait, I've just made it so... What? What did I do? No. There. Is it control? Is it both of them? Yeah. Control, Alt, left click. Angle drag select. Control, Alt, left click. Spline, we want... this spline. Oh! Wait, that's what I did? How did I do that? Is it going to come back? I don't know how I did that. So obviously I need it longer now, but now when I start bringing it, it won't... It will look... Yeah, it's repetitive, but it works better as a fence now because it's repetitive. You can make iterations. You can make it so every 3 splines... You can also make it so the splines change. So every time there's a second spline, you can change the material or its mesh. That's a lot of extra work just for a fence. I don't know if we need that. You can look into that later on. So if we... I'm going to delete it for now and actually place it where I want it. So we want the fence about here. 1. Rotate. I do want to point out, though, that one thing I've always found very funny about the way I work is I always work in my own unique way. And a lot of the time, people find that unique way very strange. I have always had very strange ways of doing things, and people are always like, that's not going to work, until I prove to them that it is going to work. And I've always found that very, very interesting. Do that, actually. And I think one really good example is the way I get a blur effect, a sort of dark blur effect in Photoshop. This one always comes to mind, but I do a lot of stuff weird. That's why I say to people, is I don't always follow the way I do something, because I always do everything a bit weird. I come to a great resolution at the end, but it won't always work for everybody. And I always say, that, and I always bring this one up as an example. Bugger. I think I didn't write that correctly, right? No, I didn't. G4. There you go. So when I want to, if I've got like a texture or something, have I got one around? Let's get the grass texture, right? There you go. So say I got this grass texture, blah, 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 cool. Oh, I chose both. Cool. Let's say I was like, oh, I want to have a gradient blur, like from the top, like from up here. So one way you can do it is if you could just, oh, let's get actually some good colors. Black, white. You can actually do something in the material itself, but let's just do the 2 basic ways, or the first basic ways. A lot of people will just sort of do that, right? Set it to a multiply, boom. You've got this darkness blur. So you've got this fade, I guess, to it. The way I do it, and I always do it this way, is I will get a brush, right? And you guys have probably seen me do this plenty of times, especially in Substance Painter. And I'll color in a place like that, or I'll make it really, really big. I'll do something like this. It may be even bigger. I don't necessarily need to do the size thing, but... And I'll do... what's the hardness? Right, turn on the hardness. And I'll just do something like that. And boom, I've got a fade. And if I want to do the to every edge, I go 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. And I've got this fade covering the whole thing. I've always done my fades like that. Because for some reason, I like doing it that way. Another way I will do it... And then this is a good example as well, if I want to do a 4-point fade like that. A good example as well on that things can be done in a lot of different ways, right? So another way I'll do that if I wanted the 4-point edge fade is I'd fill in an edge basically ring like that. And then what I'll do is I'd select it, go filter, blur, and Gaussian blur. And then turn that up until I get a fade. It's just so interesting that there's so many different ways to do something. But I always like this way because it's freehand, right? So if I was like... Oh, I deleted it again. But I was like, oh, not only do I want these straight lines right, like this, I also want diagonal. Like I want it to... Actually, not diagonal. Can I undo, please? Thank you. I want it to curve around a bit more and get a bit darker in the corners. Like this. So it looks more like a ball or something. And boom. I've just always enjoyed doing it that way. And every time someone's watched me... Because another way... A very similar way to do it as well is basically just to manually do something like this instead. So if I was just like boom, 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 boom. Filter, blur, and just do it like that. And boom, you get a similar result. Every time someone used to watch me do something like that in university, and when they were watching me do the actual stages of building it up, so manually drawing it, getting it where I want it to blur, they're like, what are you doing? That's not how you get a fade. That's not how you get... What are you do? What are you do? And then when I finish, they'd be like, oh, actually, that works really well. Hey, Sarah. Sorry, I kind of ignored you a little bit there. Oh, and UE4, put numlock on and hold the end key. In UE4, UE5. Does it work 5? How's it going, Sarah? Have you been here before? I don't recognize Sarah Lee as a name. And are you artist or are you programmer? Or are you just here for a good time? And you're neither of those things. I can't promise I'll give people a good time, but I hope people enjoy my stream. If I held them at gunpoint, they'll probably tell you they enjoy the stream. Oh, God. Oh, there you go. So the cool thing about splines, obviously, you get this nice bendy effect from them, and it kind of gives you this much more free flow feel to them. Because obviously, when you place... Hey, all good. I haven't been here in a while. Oh, man. I feel bad now. You have been here, and I don't remember you. I feel like I was getting really good at remembering people as well. Okay, so that's a little tight over here. We pull this back. Pull this a little bit back. That's a bit better. Oh, you've been working a lot. Or you're complaining that I'm doing work. Because if that's the case, I'm not doing work. So yeah, you can have this rotate as well, so you can get it to a better point you're looking for. Because I want it to go around this mushroom. I can do something more like this. I can extend this out a little bit, or less, should I say. Because it's stylized, we're not too fast if we get this sort of bending to it. Because it makes it look a little bit wobbly, a little bit more interesting. I don't know why I'm wobbling as well, but... Do you have to use Bezier, or can you switch to point? You can switch to point. You just select it, set the point, right-click the point, and you go linear. You mean linear, right? Well, technically not what you're saying is correct as well, but you mean like you talk about constant linear curve, like changing the way it does it. Yeah, you can do that. Like I said, you've also got the cool thing with the spline generation tool as well. So I think these are awesome, like circle, and it will just... Wow, that's running slow. It doesn't like that apparently, but You can make a circle and say, oh, they're a bit too stretched. Let's go 10. Boom. And we have a circle of fences. Very cool. I love it. We'll be doing a lot in one of our games that we're making at work. Or was making them. Well, we're still technically making it, but we were doing it. We've not done it in a while. Yeah, and we basically just want the fence to go along here as well. Hey, I haven't been in a while now. I feel bad. Don't feel bad. When was the last time you were here? What's the last work you saw me do? Because I'll show you what I actually achieved. If you haven't seen it. I'll show off my work is what I'm saying if you haven't seen it. It's funny because I do feel like that's the impression a lot of people probably get when I'm saying, "Oh yeah, I'll show you what I've done." But if I was watching someone stream, I'd love for them to show me what they've achieved in the time I was away. So that's why I do it. I don't actually do it because I want to show my stuff off. It's nice and I get to show my stuff off. Well, show it again, but oh my god, that spot. Oh no. Oh, here you go, Sarah. I got a dog today, or my parents got a dog today, and my brother got one as well. So technically, I've got 2 dogs at the moment. And they look like this. Look at them. Ah, that one looks like it's really fed up though. It's just like, oh, I want to go back to sleep. Doggies. My dog passed away about a year ago, so my mum was always like, I don't want to replace our dog. You don't. When you get a new dog, you're not replacing your dog. When you have a second baby, you're not replacing your first baby. You know what I mean? Like, that's how I said it to her recently. I was like, you got to look at it like that because you're not replacing anyone. My dog was super bubbly. You should love that we got another dog and we were trying to help another animal. I'll go and show off. When was you here last? I'll show you what I've done up to the point of you being here last. Because if it's been a while, that could mean a lot. That could mean like 5 years ago. Well, no. Wait, actually, when did I start streaming? Was it 5 years ago now? Oh my god. And I still only get like 4 viewers. I actually don't know how long ago it was. Let's get rid of that mushroom. There you go. I always feel with my art, and a lot of you may disagree because you guys are super nice, but I always feel like I'm such a beginner stage for everything. Like, I know how to use splines, but I know how to use it to a beginner level. I know how to do this, but I know how to do it to a beginner level. Like, I never feel like I could do anything to like a really advanced level. I can do stylized, but I feel like I can only do it to a particularly beginner level. Can I hide the grass? They'll make this a lot easier. If I pull this along and then pull it up and press end. Ah, it doesn't. Uh-oh. There you go. So we'll just follow this along. I think 3 weeks ago, maybe. Oh! Is that it? Oh my god. I've basically done nothing in that time. I guess I could show you some stuff. So this one was running slow, wasn't it? I can't really show you this one. It was running super slow from what I remember. Yeah, I don't know why it's running so slow. It's really frustrating. Because even with Lumen turned off, I'm getting super slow. I know these are like overly too high, but I'll just show this off at low FPS, I guess. Is that FPS? Yeah, look, we're so low still. Did I turn up? Is it because I turned up like maybe the quality of these? I must have tested something and then basically not reverted it. There's not a quality setting on those. Let's go to the point lights. Because if I delete the point lights, I bet my FPS goes up. Oh, not significantly. I'm still only at 30. Interesting. Well, I'll just show what it looks like in low FPS, I guess. We're not even at 100%. How much does this actually lag me? What is the best game engine for making a war game? Woo! Well, open world works better in Unity, right? I think people keep saying. So I guess Unity. If you're comparing Unity versus Unreal Engine anyway. How slow is that making the stream? Am I good still and it's just running this slow? Yeah, I'm still moving around fine. So I'm going to have to just show you this scene in a low FPS, unfortunately. But here you go. So, for those of you who have not seen this scene, which I can't imagine a lot of you haven't seen this scene at the moment. Because I freaking show it all the time. Sequences. Where are the sequences? Where are the sequences? Is it not sequencer? Oops. Sequa. Steering, lantern, cloud, barrel. Where is it? Huh? Where's my sequencer? Cinematic? Why is it not in here? Does it work when I drag it in? Oh, it does. Why does that look like it's running at a high FPS? It is a little bit as well. So this was the last scene I made. You can actually go to my YouTube channel and see actually it play with music and everything and run at like a 60 FPS. This is a really, really fun scene. I've actually got to open it at the moment because I'm dragging stuff out of it to my the other scene I'm making now. Get my feet comfy. Bought a new blankie. I know I said at the start of the stream, but this blanket is still nice, but I've got this like wall one coming. It's getting quite cold, so I was like, oh, wrap it around me. When I click off, it's going to go lower FPS. Yeah, I thought so. I want to get chat up. There you go. Oh, I say that and I can't get it up. There you go. So if you're not seeing this scene, oh, I'm going low FPS now. I didn't realize. Ooh. Oh, am I good now? Oh no, I'm bad again. I think whenever it looks like something with a reflection, it gets a little bit issue. I wonder why it's slow now. But yeah, you can watch this on YouTube anyway. So I'll end what I'm showing. Go check it out on YouTube. It's a really cool little video. It was really, really fun to make. I want to know why we're getting low FPS. I mean, if I press this button, we can actually see a GPU profiler. We're getting 58. I looked at it last time, didn't I? And I was like, why is it so slow? So shadow depth is taking up the most. Non-nanite. Render virtual shadow maps. Batched. Raster passes. Not sure. I turn off all the point lights. We do get an increase in FPS, but it's not significant. Did the scene not run well when I had it in UE5 before? I think it used to run alright. I feel like I've just changed the quality setting and I don't remember how to put it back. Oh well. I'm going to leave it up in unlit. Because in unlit we get fine FPS, right? Well, actually, we're still at 16 in unlit. That is bad. Lumen. But I shouldn't be getting... In unlit, shouldn't be casting any lighting. Buggy bands. Oh god, that's going to disappear before I can read it all. 1 second. On Sunday, when you are streaming again, why don't you recreate Friends apartment again? I can't do that on one stream. Oh my god. I need to get all the files for it. Because the scale of it was pretty good. So I kind of want to reuse it. On Friday, you do another project. And on Sunday, you do an arc viz. Oh, I get what you mean. But I got the Simpsons scene. Actually, if I'm doing that, very cool. Thank you. If you've not seen my Simpsons scene as well, if you've not seen this, if you've not been here for 3 weeks, you should have seen the Simpsons scene. But I'll bring that up as well for you. Unfortunately, Simpsons scene looks kind of naff right now because A lot of it works well with a ray tracing card, and now I've gone back to a non-ray tracing card. I don't know why, but these days a lot of people want to watch ArcViz. Oh, people have always liked ArcViz. Would be cool to see you go back to realistic. What do you mean? What was wrong with Simpsons? That was kind of realistic, wasn't it? I can't believe you'd say this. Is my hard drive not plugged in? Plugged in? Where's my Simpsons scene? I was actually finding my old friend scene because I do want to get it back up. It is plugged in. Oh, no, it wasn't. Yeah, it's all my stuff. That one, I'm pretty sure. I got called weird at my work for, like, opening up my projects in here. I find that fascinating because why would I not use the GUI to open my projects? I'm sorry, Simpsons scene looks exactly like real life. I'm always a fan of sci-fi realistic. Yeah, realistic UE4 ArcViz scenes on YouTube is killing it. So many people watch this. Yeah, that's true. That's very true. But the problem is, I don't know if I can get it to that quality. Because obviously a lot of the ArcViz scenes you see is a lot of Megascan stuff dragged in. Or other sites dragged in. And I don't know if I can get my assets to that quality. Because I've not practiced realistic in quite some time. Like, I've got the Simpsons scene, which obviously doesn't look realistic. I was joking when I just said that's moderate. Oh my god. It doesn't look right at all at the moment. There you go. That was weird. Yeah, obviously this scene doesn't look realistic or anything, but it's supposed to be wacky scale and stuff. It's supposed to be like kind of like a mix between cartoony and realistic. Because obviously we've got our micro detailing that I've put on certain things when you get super close. And with the right camera set up, it looks even better. This one? Yeah, so you get close to certain surfaces, you'll get a sharpness to them, which gives you always a very cool effect when looking at certain things. But like, if you can almost recreate the models, materials from Simpsons, then probably you can do ArcViz. You're probably right. I probably can. I used to like ArcViz a lot when I was getting into 3D, when I was terrible at it. So I'm not far off that these days. But yeah, like, I like the idea of creating things that were actually kind of gamey. But I mean, it'd be fun recreating a friend scene. I made it originally because it was fun. It was a fun thing I wanted to make during work. During uni. Like, because it was for one of my projects. Yeah, so as you can see, using a camera like this is always really cool because you get the depth of field effect, right? So, boom. Sharp here. And then all this gets blurred and it makes it look like it's even more detailed. And you can do that with basically anything. If I want to look at the little envelopes I have here with part on it. Boom. Super sharp. But everything else gets blurred and it gives you a nice focus area. It's really good for like text. So if you want to blur the text out and focus on something else, it's a really cool effect for that too. Basically, it's like I've set up a macro lens, yeah. Why is this scene running so smoothly on my stream? This used to lag everything out. Like, we're getting pretty decent FPS considering it's a UE5 scene using Lumen on a non-ray tracing card. But yet my other scene that used to work fine, my boat scene, is running really slow. For 0 is amazing, then you can just make it stir out of it. Yeah, I could. Super smooth on our side too. Yeah, it's really weird. Like, you guys, for those who've watched my stream a lot, you guys all know that this used to run really, really slow on a 1080p, a 1080 Ti card. Now we're running really fast, and it looks good. Like, you've obviously got weird errors you get on a non-ray tracing card because you're using software ray tracing, not hardware ray tracing. We used to kind of get bleeding before, but it's even worse now, especially this room. Like, this never used to be an issue. Don't know, that is odd. After reinstalling, yeah, maybe fresh drivers, maybe new drivers, improved software ray tracing to give you better performance. Because obviously drivers are updating like every month. But then again, why is my boat scene running so slow? Weird. I'm going to make these fence go to the end, and then we're going to call this a day on the stream because I need to go look up the dog. And I might order some food. I'm not sure. My dinner felt very, very small, so I'm still very, very hungry. But my diet has been going so well, so I'm kind of thinking I should just starve myself. Those of you who don't know, when I go on a diet, I have to reduce a lot of what I eat. Or I have to do a lot of exercise. It takes me a lot of effort to lose weight. And I'm getting there. Like I said, I lost like 3 stone, but it's been... Luckily, I'm not someone who's super into snacking. Otherwise, I might be really depressed. So it's not bothered me too much. But it's just like... I'm only eating 2 meals a day. And one of them is usually a meal replacement shake. It's not even an actual meal. Well, technically it is, because it's got all the supplements you're supposed to have for the day. Or for that meal, should I say, for like your lunch. I know what some people say. It's like, oh, you shouldn't do that. You will see results if you eat 3 meals and just eat the proper things. I've done that before. The results have been way slower than the results I'm having now. I like that. It bends quite a lot. I kind of want it to bend around here a bit earlier, though. Go like this, and then bend a little bit like that. There you go. Sweet. Cool. Right, I'm going to call it a day from there. We haven't done much progress. We were kind of talking most of the time, but we'll get on something on Sunday. If you do want to really see ArcViz, maybe I will try to get something from friends set up, because it is fun to make. And I might reuse some of the models, because some of them... like the paintings and stuff, there's no reason to remake the model. I could retexture it though, so I might or even do a higher poly of it, so we don't need to care about poly count very much in UE5. So I'll have a look, because we are just messing around in this scene at the moment anyway. So yeah, I'm going to call it a day, and I will catch you guys on Sunday. Excuse me, where we will continue our very important work. I hope you enjoyed, Sarah, for the time you were here. I know you wasn't here very long, and I hope to see you again. And hopefully you won't have work too much in the way of watching the stream. So yeah, bye-bye.